start of all this trouble. Well, that's what I believe. But even so, ladies and gentlemen, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. And we have searched the world to bring you the most beautiful girls in the world who sing to you.
Girls of all nations, bringing beauty to you. Girls of all nations, we bring happiness too.
Have you finished? Oh, great. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure and privilege to introduce all these beautiful girls, each and every one of them to you. And first up, we have our little beauty queen. Miss Unwed Mother of 1983. Miss Foam Rubber of 1984. Miss Ballcock of 1985. We'll call her Bubbles. She never has a handkerchief. Tell me, what does your boyfriend call you, honey?
My boyfriend calls me Dimples.
Dimples, isn't that sweet? I don't see any dimples.
You're not my boyfriend.
Look at that. Oh, God, like a pigeon on a hot pavement. Next, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Paris, France, Europe, we have the Fifi de la Tour Eiffel. Oh, God. Oh, just look at it, ladies and gentlemen. She comes from France. She lives in that beautiful street, the Champions Lighthouse. Near the Arc de Trumpet. Where she has her own penthouse with 2 pair of pence. And a terrace all the way round. But unfortunately, she does not speak one word of English, do you, honey?
Not a word.
What'd I tell you? However, I will make the translations for all you good people here tonight. Mademoiselle, je fais les translations, n'est-ce pas? Voulez-vous parler? Silver plate.
La mère.
Her mother.
Je t'adore.
Shut the door.
Ouvrez la porte.
Open the port.
Coupe de graisse.
Mowed the lawn.
Coq au vin.
Pass. Reminds me I must get some hot cross buns. Ooh. Even as I speak, another beautiful girl steps up onto the podium. There she is. This, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, is our English Rose. Very high class. Doesn't say you who, says you whom. Goes into a restaurant, orders a bacon butty with a side salad. Likes me for my charm.
You as much charm as a temporary filling.
Well, honey, looks ain't everything.
In your case, they aren't anything.
She might not be intelligent, but by golly, she is stupid. Dumb, this kid is so dumb, she thinks a trifle is a 3-barreled rifle. She thinks a coolie is a quickie in the snow. Does a crossword puzzle. It says to egg on, she puts toast. Oh, God, I'd love to see her in 3D. That's my room number. Now, folks, we go south of the border to meet our beautiful little Latin American incinerator. Oh, Boner's Knuckers. Her brother is the famous South American streaker, Senor Willie. And this beautiful little girl took me home with her to her hacienda, to her casa last night. You took me home, didn't you, kid, eh?
Si.
See? Took me in and locked the door. See? See, you see? Tell the good ladies and gentlemen what she gave me.
Una noche maravillosa, excitantes con fandanguitos hermosos, bulería fabulosas, alegría guapísimas. Una noche de amor con muchos besos magníficos.
Oh. And what's more, I had it twice. Once with chips and once with a side salad. Okay, kid. Adios. Amiga. Oh, reminds me, must get my watch fixed. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, the most beautiful girls in the world. But as you probably know, this all started years ago at the time when Eve and Adam were around. Now, some people blame the apple at the top of the tree. Me, I blame the pear on the ground. Now, Adam, he was fond of Eve. He longed to turn over a new leaf. And as Eve smiled and tossed her pretty curls, Adam raised his eyes to heaven and he sighed and said, "Oh Lord, I've got more ribs. Have you got any more girls?" Adam and Eve, responsible for trouble. At least that's my belief. I'm afraid I'm going to have to inject. Would you... No. Would you drop your trousers? Oh. No, would you bring in the hypodermic? Not that hypodermic. Take it away. Bring in the big one.
Darling, you see, I should have told you before, but you see, I wear a wig.
Oh, darling, that's all right. So do I.
We're having no damn racists in this outfit. No racism here. They are not black boys and they're not white boys. Not black soldiers, not white soldiers. They're all the same color. They're all green. Okay, you got it? They're all green. Right, now get them on parade. Hey, I want the light green ones on the right. Dark green ones on the left. And gonna freeze you cool. We're gonna get on up and party down. Saludos, happy adios, frown. Stop your zipper when you dig the beat. Like a sassafras mama with a reed petite. You can jive those masses and the cappers too. Like a song start amigo with the boogaloo. If I sound like another zone cow, then well, then it's cause I got the heebie-jeebies again. Right on there. Right. What?
Arthur, what are you doing?
Well, it's like singing, wasn't I? Like in The Modern Idiot. Sort of like real cruel and that, you know. That's what they call rapping. I want to rap on. I want to rap on.
You want to wrap up? In front of all these people. Now, come on, do it properly, like what I showed you.
When I look into your eyes of blue, I wanna weep, I wanna weep, I wanna weep, and alone with you turns me on so much when she sings. I wanna give her one, I wanna give her one, I wanna give her one, I wanna give her wonderful things.
Why do you keep doing that?
Doing what?
Well, 1 minute you're perfectly all right, and the next minute you sound like a dick, like a dick, like a dick. Now, come on, do it.
I like ladies' stockings, nylon, silk or cotton, 'cause no matter how long they are, the top is always near the bottom.
Yeah, love respects in winter. It could be your ruin, 'cause the boys just have to breathe on them and you can't see what they're doing. It's a funny old world, funny old world. Everybody says that it's a funny old world. Funny old world, funny old world. It's a funny old world. Funny old world, funny old world. Everybody says it's a funny old world. Funny old world. It's a funny old world.
Glendale serve to McEnroe, they're putting up a splendid show. Out there on the centre court, a battle off the corner, they are quite pally. This is a most impressive rally. This is my pitch. Do you mind? Oh, here we are. I'll show you to do it. Here you are. Tap dance with the right foot. Tap dance with the other foot.
Quiet.
All right.
We don't want to wake up my roommate. He doesn't like it.
Contrary to the propaganda of the West, we do not have any plans to attack Great Britain. Even if we wanted to, which we don't have the power to attack Great Britain. I mean, it is ludicrous and stupid to suggest that we have the power to wipe out Great Britain. May I wish your minister and our feast and your general skid marks and all the people in Great Britain wishing you long life and happiness.
I say, are you going to be long, darling?
Well, give us a chance. I've only just started.
Our librarian, Charlie Oates, is always quoting anecdotes, like proverbs and sayings made to make you ponder. But I reckon he's got his brains in his behind. Because he says out of sight is out of mind. And then he says absence makes the heart grow fonder. I mean, it's all look before you leap, and as you sow, so shall you reap. And of course, for every Jack there is a Jill. Oh, he says, now you see it, now you don't. That was created by a bloke while he was watching a nudist rolling down a hill. I tell you, when I first got my place, the garden was a disgrace. It looked just like a blooming wilderness. Well, I worked day and night until I got it right, until I had cleared up the rotten mess. He comes past one day, sees my floral display, notices the lawn all newly mown. He says it shows what God can do with a little help from you. I says, you should have seen it when he had it on his own. One day he comes in, the dog and duck, surveys the scene like he's Lord Muck. Then he tries to impress our chubby barmaid, Myrtle. He says, I'll have you know, my friends, there is a destiny which shapes our ends. She says, well, I'm putting mine in an 18-hour girdle. He carried on just like he started. He says, a fool and his money are soon parted. I says, well, how did they get together in the first place? He says, once more, I'll tell you this. Ignorance is bliss. I says, well, how come you got such a miserable-looking face? He says, each man to his trade, for we are not all made the same. Evil Knievel is glad when he misses his last bus. I says, I once saw a nun fall down and she landed on top of a clown. Would you call that virgin on the ridiculous? He says, start each day with a smile, and in a little while, I said, someone will say, who the hell are you laughing at? He says, I merely want to say, Rome was not built in a day. I says, now, what the bloomin' heck do you mean by that? He says, well, look, if I was to put a stud bull in a pasture that was full of cows, and sort of let him kick over the traces. Next day, I wouldn't find a lot of little calves. I says, no, but you'd find a lot of contented faces. You see, the more that he got tricky, the more we took the mickey. He says, now, here's a saying with which you must agree. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. I said it can also make him father of a large family.